presenters in this category, I would like to ask on stage Mr. Osama Manzar, founder and director of the Digital Empowerment Foundation, and Mr. James Poisson, Secretary General of WSYA.
Mr. Manzar, thank you for joining us tonight and flying from India for this evening. The Digital Empowerment Foundation has been working on taking IT to the masses. Could you please tell us a little more about it and how you're innovating around content for the MDGs?
Well, India is, I think, one of the best examples of MDGs altogether live. We are 1.2 billion countries. All parameters are fit in MDGs, none achieved so far. So, so we work with IT and IT solutions, digital solutions for 80 to 90% of the country who live in rural areas. I don't know how many of you know, we are a country of 1.2 billion people with third highest internet penetration, but only 10% internet penetration within the country. So, there is a lot to do there, and ICT is one of the solutions that we have been looking at and working in remote areas. And we have been working for the last 9 years, and perhaps out of 9 years, 8 years with WSA. So it has been a great journey taking digital content, using technology and digital media to go into the root of the country and how we can enable them without having even 1 hour of electricity many a times in villages.
Thank you, Mr. Manzar. Mr. Poisson, firstly, thank you so much for flying, especially for this evening last night from Mexico. WSYA is a global IT leader, and you have been working to take, again, in the field of digital inclusion. So can you tell us a little more about the kind of work that WSYA does?
Well, thank you for asking, and thanks everyone for allowing me to be here, and congratulations to all the winners. And thank you, Peter, and the organization for inviting me. Let me answer that question with a little bit of perspective. The IT industry is a very interesting industry. If you think back and compare it to other industries, for example, the medical industry, when a person was ill, people began to come around that need and fulfill that need. So you had doctors, and so if you had a legal system, then you would have a profession of lawyers, and so on and so on. But if you look at the IT industry, it's quite interesting. When it was born, it wasn't born out of any need. I mean, we know now it's fulfilling needs, but when you think about the creators, what was their vision and what was the need they were filling? So it was a collision of very bright people putting together in their minds at a time to create a technology. And what that caused is a wandering of the industry in terms of what it's supposed to be doing. And I'm happy to tell you that we've matured. The industry's matured. When we began, people talked about the next killer app, the next billionaire, not anything that we're talking about tonight. So, as we grew up, and as the industry built up, and by the way, this year, this is an amazing statistic, $4.1 trillion US is being spent in this industry. So that's not bad for an industry that kind of happened. Okay, all right, not bad. Now, this is where we've been. Now, where are we today? We struggled with, so who are we? So for many years, the industry, my organization, WSYA, where we represent over 90% of all the IT companies in the world, in order to represent that industry, we said, okay, we're the voice of the ICT industry. What does that mean? It means we're speaking for the IT industry. That was in the process of growing up, and I'm pleased to tell you that we've grown up, and we have identified who we are. We are the people with a role in life to fulfill the promise of the digital age. That is, we want to make sure through our creation and our inventions, all of us now together, that unlike previous revolutions and ages, in this one, what we have to make sure is that everyone on Earth benefits from this technology, that everyone benefits from the medical discoveries and the nanotechnologies and all of the stuff that's about to be created. So I guess my announcement is we've arrived. We're happy to be here with you, and the industry, is turning over this vision to you, the young people, and we think, based on my observations for the past few years working with the WSA Awards, I'm sure it's going to be in good hands. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite the winners on stage. Sadly, one of them could actually not make it, which is Ilu Mexico, the last winner. So we would like to invite Ms. Adeline Tiffany Suwana from Indonesia with her project Friends of Nature. We would like to invite Mr. Ignacio Cordero from Mexico with his project Aventones. Okay, while the auditors coordinate, or are they ready? Okay, please help us present them.
Adeline, can I please call you in front? So when I won the award last year, I thought I was young. But Adeline over here is only 14. Wow. And interestingly, we also hear that Adeline has a 14-page CV. One page for every year. So my question to you is that through your project, you're really involving people who are young, who are below the age of 14, 10, around that age group. Why do you think is it important to sensitize this age group about environmental issue?
First of all, I would like to thank the World Youth Summit Award for honoring Sahabat Alam with this award, and also the Ministry of Indonesia Information Technology and Communication, who have now supported us, and also again big thanks because of the World Summit Youth Award. And last but not least is the youth and children back there in Indonesia, who without them I would not be able to stand here in front of you all. But regarding to your question on why do the projects in Sahabat Alam focus on basically teenagers in the age of 10 to 15, or basically they're high school students and
Yes.
even university students, is because we believe in Sahabat Alam is that if we have the passion and care for the environment at an early age, you will bring that habit or that care and love when you are growing up or when you are in an older state in the future time. And which is exactly why we want to implant that feelings or that emotions in those teenagers or youths, so they could care about the nature now, so they could take that stance towards the future again. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Ignacio, so you reduce carbon emission through your project. I think that's really great. Here you have the microphone. So in Nigeria, this concept would not work. People would be too afraid to take rides. And, you know, I always thought New Mexico, it must be also a very huge city, and people might have similar fears there. So, you know, how did people respond, and how did you increase the acceptance of your project?
That's a very good question. Actually, the same problem happens in Mexico. People are like afraid of sharing cars among strangers, and that's why Aventones it's built of private networks for companies or universities, so it's easier for people to feel comfortable, you know. So because it's a trusted community, so that would be the first step. But of course, what we would like to do is to to offer Aventones to every individual. We're very surprised that people come to us and what should I do? I want to be in your network, but they have to be part of or university or a company that is using already Aventones. So this is only the first step, but we're making it available to everybody very soon.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all, thank you all, thank you all, thank you all.